Virgo, prepare yourself. Destiny is coming to collect its due. You won't be able to hide. It's here. The moment you've been postponing. The reckoning. The harvest. The encounter with everything you planted, chose, avoided, built. And no, there's no more running away. No more postponing. No more rationalizing it away. Because destiny isn't something external that happens to you. Destiny is the accumulation of every choice you made. Every time you said yes when you should have said no. Every time you stayed when you should have left. Every time you were silent when you should have spoken. Every time you gave when you should have received. And now? Now the bill comes due. Not as punishment, but as inevitability. As a natural result of everything that has been. And you feel it, don't you? That pressure. That feeling that something is approaching. Something big. Something that can no longer be ignored. And no matter how much you try to hide behind routine, behind work, behind analysis, it doesn't work anymore. Why this time? This time, destiny doesn't accept distraction. It doesn't accept escape. It doesn't accept anything but you. The real you. The true you. You facing it. So get ready. Because it's coming. And when it arrives, everything changes. Virgo. Let's first talk about what destiny is telling you to take its toll. Because there are misconceptions circulating. The idea that it's punishment, that it's retribution, that the universe is being cruel. It's not. Destiny taking its toll is simply, you will reap what you sowed. And you sowed a lot. A lot that you haven't yet harvested. And I'm not just talking about bad things. I'm talking about everything. Every kindness you offered and was ignored, it comes back. Every time you chose integrity when it was easier to lie, it comes back. Every person you helped without expecting recognition, it comes back. But also, what you avoided facing also comes back. The truth you didn't want to see comes back. The decision you postponed comes back. The relationship you let die because you didn't fight for it comes back. The dream you shelved out of fear comes back. And all of them, all these returns, they're arriving at the same time. And that's why it seems so intense, so heavy, so inevitable. Because it's not one thing, it's everything, all together, demanding attention, demanding a response, demanding you. And why now? Why not before? Why not later? Because there are cycles, there are rhythms. There are moments when the universe allows postponement, allows preparation, allows you to get where you need to be to endure what you need to face. And you arrived. Maybe you don't feel ready. Maybe you think you need more time. But your soul knows. Your soul knows you are ready, that you have what you need, that you can endure. So the universe waits no longer. It no longer allows postponement. It no longer accepts excuses. And for Virgo specifically, for you specifically, there are things you've been avoiding for too long. Truths you've been rationalizing. Changes you've been postponing. And the universe is saying, now, not tomorrow, not when you're more prepared, not when it's more convenient. Now. So what exactly is it coming to collect from you? I'll be specific, because you need to know. You need to recognize it when it arrives. First demand. Relationships you maintained out of loyalty, not love. You know which ones they are. Those you continue investing in because you've invested so much. Because they have a history. Because it would be cruel to give up. But they no longer nourish you. They don't uplift you. They actually drain you. And you kept them. Out of a sense of duty. Because you didn't want to be the kind of person who gives up. Out of fear that if you let go, there will be nothing left. And destiny? Destiny will force a choice. It will create situations where it becomes impossible to continue pretending, where it becomes obvious that it needs to end. And you will have to choose. Loyalty to the dead relationship or loyalty to yourself? And the choice will hurt, but it needs to be made. Because while you hold on to the dead, there's no room for the living. Second charge. The job you hate but keep for security. You built competence. You built a reputation. You built stability, but you died inside doing it. And you continue, because it's responsible, because it pays the bills, because it's not the time to take risks. But your soul? Your soul is suffocating. It's screaming for you to do what you really want, and you ignore it. You rationalize, you postpone. Maybe next year, maybe when I have more savings, maybe when it's safer. But the security you seek, it never comes, because you define it as a guarantee, and life offers no guarantee. So destiny will force you. It will create a situation where staying is no longer an option. Either the company restructures, or you get sick from stress, or an opportunity appears that you can't ignore, and you'll have to jump, without a safety net, without a guarantee, with pure faith that it will work out. And it will terrify you, but it will liberate you. Third charge, the forgiveness you refuse to give to yourself. You carry guilt. Guilt for past mistakes. Guilt for people you hurt. Guilt for choices you made. And you punish yourself, constantly, subtly, through self-sabotage, through not allowing yourself complete happiness, through always waiting for the shoe to fall, because you don't deserve it, because you made too many mistakes, because you need to pay. But you've already paid. You've paid 100 times. And destiny? Destiny will force you to look. It will bring back exactly what you blame yourself for. Or the person you hurt will reappear. Or a similar situation will present itself. And you will have a choice. Repeat the mistake, or choose differently. And when will you choose differently? When will you prove to yourself that you've learned, that you've changed? You will finally be able to let go. You will finally be able to forgive. You will finally be able to be free. Fourth charge, the vulnerability you avoid. You built walls, high, strong, impenetrable, because you were hurt, because you trusted and were betrayed, because you loved and were abandoned. So you decided, never again completely open, never again completely vulnerable, always with a plan B, always with an exit, always with protection. And it worked. It kept you safe, but it also kept you alone. It kept you from feeling deeply, from truly connecting, from living fully. And destiny? Destiny will send someone you can't keep your distance from, someone who sees through the walls, someone who makes you want to open up, and you will have to choose. The safety of solitude or the risk of connection? And the choice will be terrifying, because opening up means the possibility of being hurt again, but it also means the possibility of being truly loved. And you decide, is it worth the risk? Fifth challenge, the truth about yourself that you deny. You built an identity based on being useful, on being competent, on being the one who solves problems. And in that, you lost parts of yourself, parts that aren't productive, that serve no one, that are simply you, the creative you, the impulsive you, the vulnerable you, the imperfect you. And those parts? You suffocated them. You denied them. You hid them because they didn't fit the image. They didn't serve the role. They weren't appropriate. But they didn't die. They're there, waiting. And destiny? Destiny will create situations where these parts will emerge, where you will no longer be able to suppress them, where you will have to integrate them. And it will be uncomfortable. You will feel like you are losing control. But in reality, you are gaining yourself. The complete you, unedited, real. And how do you prepare? Because preparation isn't about avoidance. It's about equipping yourself. First, you stop fighting. You stop resisting. You stop trying to control the uncontrollable. And you accept. You accept that it's happening. You accept that you can't stop. You accept that you need to face it. And acceptance? It's not giving up. It's wisdom. It's recognizing that certain rivers you don't swim against, you swim with. And when you stop fighting the current, when you relax and flow, You discover that the river takes you exactly where you need to go. Then you accept, deeply, completely, and you prepare not to avoid, but to cross over. Second, you surround yourself with support. Because this isn't something you can do alone, you need people. People who know you, who see you, who will hold your space when you're falling apart, who will remind you who you are when you forget. And no, it doesn't have to be many. It has to be the right people. So you look at your life, and you identify who is really there, who really cares, and you get closer. You don't need to explain everything. You just need to be near. You need their presence to anchor you. You need their love to remind you that you're not alone. Because there will be moments where you'll feel like you are, but you're not. You never are. You just need to look around and see. Third, you make peace with uncertainty. Because what's coming? It will destabilize. It will disorganize. It will create chaos where you had order. And as a Virgo, that terrifies you. You need control, predictability, a plan. But destiny doesn't care about your plan. Destiny has its own plan, better than yours, more complete than yours. But it requires you to let go, to trust, to allow. So you practice. You practice small letting goes, small surrenders, small moments where you're not in control, and that's okay. And when the big one arrives, when the moment comes when everything seems to be crumbling, you will have the strength. You will know how to let go, how to trust, how to allow destiny to do what it came to do. Fourth, you forgive yourself preventively. Because you will make mistakes. You will stumble. You will make choices that you will later question. And if you expect perfection from yourself through this process, you will destroy yourself. So you decide now, right now, that you will be gracious to yourself, that you will treat yourself with compassion, that you will recognize that you are doing the best you can with what you have, and that this is enough. It has always been enough. And when you make a mistake, when you fall, you will get up, with kindness, with love, with the recognition that you are learning, and continue. Because the process is not about perfection, it's about growth. And growth requires mistakes. It requires trying. It requires failure, and forgiving yourself for it. And when will it arrive? When destiny truly comes to collect, how will you know? You'll feel it. You'll feel the pressure mounting. You'll feel situations intensifying. You'll feel that life is demanding an answer. And you'll have an impulse to run away, to hide, to bury yourself in work, in analysis, in distraction. But it doesn't work. Why this time? Destiny doesn't accept escape. It finds you, no matter where you hide. So instead of running away, you face it. You look it straight in the eye. You take a deep breath, and you say, "Okay, I see you. I'm here. Do what you came to do." And when you say that, when you truly surrender, something changes. Pressure eases. Not because the problem goes away, but because resistance goes away. And you discover that it wasn't weight that was killing you. It was resistance. And when you stop resisting, when you allow it, the process flows. Still painful, still difficult, but flowing. And you succeed. Surprisingly, you succeed. And what comes after? After what fate demanded? After what you faced? After what you overcame? What remains? You remain. More real, more true, more whole. Because everything fate demanded, everything you were forced to face, they were parts of you that were fragmented, hidden, denied. And by facing them, you integrated them, you completed them, you became them. And this version of you, the one that emerges on the other side, it's powerful, it's authentic, it's free, because it no longer carries what isn't its own. It no longer holds on to what doesn't serve it. It no longer pretends what it doesn't feel. And it lives. Finally. Fully. Truly. It lives. And there's something I need to tell you. Something important. You're afraid. Afraid that when destiny demands its due, When the truth appears, you won't be able to bear it, that it will be too much, that it will break you. But here's the truth. You wouldn't break if you couldn't rebuild yourself better. Destiny doesn't bring what you can't carry. It doesn't demand what you can't pay. It doesn't reveal what you can't process. So if it's coming, if it's arriving, it's because you can. It's because you're ready. Even if you don't feel it, even if you doubt it, you are. And you will prove it to yourself. You will get through it. You will endure it. You will emerge, stronger, wiser, more you than you've ever been. And finally, about not being able to hide. Because I know you tried in so many ways, hiding behind competence, behind productivity, behind being needed, behind analysis, behind control. And it worked for a while, but it doesn't work anymore. Because destiny doesn't look for your mask. It looks for you, and it finds you. It always finds you, no matter how many layers you put on. So stop trying. Stop wasting energy hiding, and use that energy to face it, to process it, to transform it. Because that's what destiny asks. Not to hide, not to run away, but to face it, to look at it, to accept it, and to let it transform. And when do you do that? When do you truly surrender? You discover that destiny wasn't an enemy. It was an ally, bringing exactly what you needed to break free, to evolve, to become. So don't hide, don't run away. Face it, and transform it, and live. Finally, courageously, authentically, live.